Kids with rich parents really blow my mind because you're telling me everything is paid for by mommy and daddy's credit card. And I thought this was the case for my buddy Ryan until he took me on a trip to Paris for his birthday. A few months ago, I get woken up by a phone call from my buddy Ryan. I roll over, wiping the crust out of my eyes. Hell, I don't even have morning wood yet, but I answer the phone. And thank God I did, because what Ryan told me is the best thing you can possibly hear as a friend. He goes, yo, Max, like my birthday's coming up in a few months, and I really want to take a trip to Paris, and I want to bring you with me. Immediately, I'm like, absolutely, yes, 100%. I'm self-employed. I don't even have to call off work. I'm good. I'm like, let me know when to book the flights. And when I say that, Ryan says some shit that genuinely concerned me, because he goes, bro, don't worry about the flights. Don't worry about anything, right? I want to treat you. Like, let's go to Paris. Let's have a good time. Don't worry about it. I'm like, yo, it's your birthday. Also, how are you affording a trip to Paris and paying for me, right? But mind you, Ryan comes from an extremely wealthy family, right? This dude does not have a day job, right? So I'm assuming in the back of my mind, his parents are paying for the entire trip, as they have done for his life in the past. But I found out during this trip just how Ryan was able to afford to bring me along. But initially I fight back because I'm not about to let his parents pay for my entire trip to Paris. That's just insane, right? But he will not let me pay a dime. He's like, nah, I'm booking the flight for you right now. Like, you're not buying it. I promise you it's all good, right? So I'm not going to fight it anymore. If he wants to take me to Paris for free, I will absolutely take him up on that. And what I learned on this trip absolutely blew my mind about what Ryan was capable of. But by the end of this phone call with Ryan, he has booked me a flight to Paris. And he said, I'll handle the hotels, reservations, everything else. I just want you to show up at my house on the day of the flight, and we fly to Paris together, right? And that's exactly what happened. A month and a half goes by, we fly to Paris. And when we land in Paris, I'm absolutely blown away at what is waiting for us, because there's a guy with Ryan's first and last name on a little piece of paper. We walk up to him, he goes, oh, I have your car waiting outside. I look at Ryan. Yo, how much money are his parents spending on this goddamn trip? I was feeling guilty already. And of course, the dude walks us out to a black Escalade. We hop in, and he takes us to the Airbnb. And if you thought the Escalade waiting outside was good, the Airbnb is the fucking cherry on top. Because I've never been in a nicer apartment in my entire life. We had a whole flat to ourselves. This is a 3-bedroom Airbnb for 2 people. And you know what the view was out of the balcony? The fucking Eiffel Tower. Bro, we could get up onto the roof and see this thing. It was incredible. Right, so we get in on the first night, we open up a bottle of wine, and we are absolutely enjoying ourselves, smoking cigarettes out the window. And as much as I'm enjoying myself in this moment, there is grief creeping up by the second, because I'm just thinking about the bill that Ryan's parents are gonna get at the end of this trip. But I could not have been more wrong. But see, we finish our bottle of wine, and then Ryan explains to me that we have dinner reservations. And now I don't know any restaurants in Paris, but when he tells me the name and I look it up, I see something that I do recognize. And it is 3 Michelin stars for this restaurant. Are we about to go drop $1,500 on dinner in addition to the Airbnb and the flights that his parents bought me? Because at this point, I'm feeling like an ungrateful child, right? So I say something to Ryan. I'm like, yo, I just want to confirm, like, your parents are all good paying for me, right? Like, I feel like I'm taking advantage of them almost just for being here. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, your parents, they're paying for the trip. They pay for my flight, the Airbnb, everything. He's like, what? My parents aren't paying for this. I'm paying for it. I go, Ryan, what? You don't have a job. What are you talking about? How are you paying for this? Also, why are you paying for me? He's like, bro, I just want to enjoy my birthday with my friend. Is that fine? I'm like, yes, but how are you affording it? He's like, bro, don't worry about it. We got to go to the restaurant. The Uber's here, right? So he cuts me off and doesn't tell me how he's making his money. And now that's the only thing I can think about, because I feel even more guilty, right? And I found out everything the following morning, right? But we hop in the Uber and we head to the restaurant. This place is unbelievable. We had a fucking prefix menu. It was probably $5.50 a person, right? We had 2 bottles of wine at dinner at a 3 Michelin star restaurant. That's more than the food cost. And throughout this dinner, I'm trying to get out of Ryan how the fuck he's making enough money to afford this. Because I'm trying to get like him, but he will not tell me. He's like, bro, I don't want to talk about work right now. I just want to chill. This is the last thing I want to do while I'm in Paris with you. Let's just hang out. I'll tell you later. I'm like, all right, fine, Ryan, tell me later. So we have a wonderful dinner, and I put it to the back of my mind on how much money this guy is spending on me, right? But after dinner, right, it's a Friday night. Of course, Ryan wants to go out. And I'm expecting to go to a bar around the corner, something random, a cute little cocktail bar, whatever. And he goes, no, bro. I got us a table. I'm like, you got us a table? Where did you get us a table? He goes, that's Silencio. This is one of the biggest clubs in Paris. I've heard about this club. I've been wanting to go to this club, right? So I'm fucking amped. But again, how much money is a fucking table on a Friday night at Silencio? Thousands of dollars, right? But Ryan isn't phased. He calls the Uber Black XL and we fly over to Silencio. And when we get inside, somehow the fucking person in the front knows this dude by name. We walk up to the bouncer, they go, oh, Ryan, you're here for your table. Did he submit a photo ID with his table reservation? How do they know who he is? He's like, oh yeah, thank you. Just with me on my boy, just us tonight. They're like, just you two? Like, yeah, just us tonight. All right, they've never seen 2 dudes walk up and buy a table before, apparently, right? But we walk in. It's fucking jumping. Jumping, bro. Oh my God, the music was insane. The girls, we had a table, bro. We had bottles. You understand what this is? This is my boy's birthday weekend. We had an absolute night, right? And the only thing I'm conscious of is him fucking Apple paying for more bottles throughout the night. Swear to God, they would come up with a bottle of Don Julio and the fucking card reader, and bro would tap to pay for it. It's like a $1,200 bottle. I don't remember the exact amount that he spent. It was somewhere in the $5,000 range. And we both went home alone, which is the funny part, right? But we get back to the crib and I'm just thanking this man. I'm like, Ryan, you were treating me so well. This is like a dream, like to be here for your birthday and you're paying. It's unbelievable. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But you gotta tell me how you make your money. He's like, nah, bro, later. After the trip, I'll tell you. After the trip. I'm like, all right. But that very next morning, I found exactly how Ryan was making his money. See, the night came to a close and we both go to our separate rooms and go to sleep, right? But I get woken up at about 6 a.m. to someone talking in the living room. And I recognize the voice, it's Ryan, right? And it sounds like he's just talking to himself. And I'm like, maybe he has headphones on, getting birthday wishes, catching up with his parents, whatever it may be, right? But I want to go hang out with my boys. So I get dressed and I go out of the room and I walk into the living room of this flat that we have in Paris. And Ryan has a tripod set up with a ring light on it, right? And he's standing behind the tripod with teeth whitening strips. And I immediately put the pieces together that he's doing a TikTok shop ad. And I'm blown away. I didn't even know this dude had TikTok. I didn't even know he worked at all. And I realized, oh my God, this is how he's paying for the trip, right? He doesn't even really see me. I'm kind of peeking out through the hallway, right? And then I walk out, I'm like, Ryan, what's going on, man? Just film some content? He kind of jumps up, he's like, oh, you know, hey, yeah, no, just filming some stuff for my parents. Like, oh my God, they looking to buy whitening strips? Like, what are you doing? He's like, fuck. He's like, all right, bro, like, I didn't want to tell you this on the trip. I'm a little embarrassed of it, but like, this is how I've been making all my money, doing TikTok shop. I'm like, really? How the fuck did you get into that? He's not a social media guy at all. He's like, I learned from the best, bro. He's like, I fucking downloaded this app called Artec, A-R-T-E-C, and it's like a creator coach. And they have like influencers on the app that will teach you how to do TikTok shop and normal content creation. He's like, I uploaded all the best TikTok shop videos I could find to this app. It gave me feedback and it told me how to engineer my content to produce the same results. And it's been working. I'm paying for this trip and I'm gonna make the amount that I'm spending on it while we're here from these videos. And like, I get that he was embarrassed about it, but like, why was he so embarrassed that he couldn't tell me? If he's making that much money, I don't care what the fuck he's doing. It's lit. And as he's telling me this, I honestly kind of feel like shit. Cause earlier the trip, I was like, how are your parents paying for all this? Like, you don't make any fucking money. Your parents are doing it all. And little did I know, he was grinding his ass off morning and night to make TikTok shop videos to pay for me to go to Paris with him. And now I'm sitting here like, I'm dead broke. I gotta get into this shit, right? So I'm like, what's the app that you use? He goes, Artec, A-R-T-E-C. I download that shit. For the rest of the Paris trip, I'm making TikTok shop videos with this guy because he has all the samples that he got sent. We're in the fucking flat making TikTok shop videos. Deadass, I was able to pay him back for half of the trip by the end of this. We were there for another 3 days. By the end of this trip, I am proud of this fucking guy because I'm realizing like he could have just lived off his parents' money. Like they are the kind of parents that would allow him to have no job and just kind of float around. But instead, he found something for himself and he's making enough money to do the same shit for his kids. It was a beautiful thing.